Hello, welcome back to CEO Life But Better. This is Suzanne and your morning deep talk. Today we're going to talk about love and providing. This is a deep dive or deep talk, especially for those of you, I guess it's more men than women, providing for their families financially. And love. I mean, I do get the idea. We provide for other people. We care for other people. We feel responsible for their well-being because we love them and we want them to feel good and alive, and we want to see them blossom and bloom. And especially in the case of man, I think it's sometimes that you as a man are taking pride in being a provider for your family. It makes you feel proud and powerful that you can provide for your family, which is a wonderful thing. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I mean, every woman who, is with a man who provides for her and the family they both share is very much blessed. You know, it's not something that we can take for granted. Especially in the eastern part of Germany, women were very much raised as working, having to provide for themselves equally as men do. And this comes with a price as well, because we unlearned to receive from men, really. We as women are also taking pride in providing for ourselves because we have been conditioned like that. And it makes it easy for some men to not provide for their families because they don't have to. But let's assume you are one of those men who's taking pride in providing for the family. Then there is one downside, I want to say downside to this, which is that very often these men attract women, who can easily receive. And then you might wonder, is that true love at some point? I mean, as long as you feel loved by that woman, there is not really a problem because you are happy, she is happy. But what happens if you're not able to provide as much as you were used to anymore, because maybe you encounter problems in your financial and business setup yourself? Then the question is, does she stay? How does she deal with it? Does she still support you when you're not the strong, powerful man that you used to be? You know, sometimes in life, life presents us these situations where we cannot provide as much as we have done in the past, just so we find out some important truths about ourselves and our relationships. And clearly, I mean, it goes without saying that if a woman leaves you because you're not having the same or providing the same amount of money anymore as you've done before, then love couldn't be that pure from the very beginning. But sometimes I wouldn't even say that these are evil things. Sometimes we think that we love someone, and it's only when we encounter certain problems that we realize, well, without it, there is not a lot of attraction left anymore. I've been going through this kind of situations myself because I was born in the eastern part of Germany. I took pride in providing for myself for many, many years in my life. And I also attracted men into my life who needed money from me, who were financially weak, not providers. And I had to learn, to distinguish who's real with me and who isn't, who stays even if I cannot or do not want to give anymore. And I learned my lesson. If I always have to give just for someone to stay, it's more of a deal than like a deep, true, loving relationship. And then you can ask yourself, do you want that kind of deals? I wouldn't. And I'm telling you this because at the end it doesn't even matter if you're a man or a woman. What I'm talking about here is you are in the situation of being a provider for your partner. So what happens if you're not providing anymore for whatever reason? That's the point where you find out if they truly love you and stay with you through thick and thin. And I'm not talking about the other person maybe leaving so they can organize their own things on their own. That is not something, that is not leaving really. I'm talking about, really that kind of lost attraction. Because if it's true and pure love, the attraction to that person doesn't get lost just because you have financial struggles. It might get even stronger because you go through a lot of realizations and you see the world through in a different way than before, after you went through all of this, and you probably even deeply realized this person truly loves me, no matter if I'm a provider or not. But the real question is, do you love yourself enough when you're not a provider? Just as much as you love yourself when you are. Because in both cases, you are worthy or worth being loved. And it all starts within yourself, with you loving yourself in each and every situation.